Hello, I'm Jérémy from Belgium, Bruxelles, and I have a small review for you about some superior fencing gear. This time I'm going to talk about the actual version of the clamshell gloves. Actually, they do have a new version. They call it version 2.0. From a few months ago. This one is the other version, the 1.0 version, the one they sold for several years. I bought these ones, but I think 1.5 years ago, and I've been pretty happy with it. I did see some other reviews online, and that's why I bought these gloves, because I wasn't ready to pay much more money for a pair of gloves because the SPES heavies were a bit too expensive for me. So this is Superior Fencing version. It's quite similar to the SPES or SPES version. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't pronounce it actually. So I'm gonna show you the gloves in details. Compared to the first version of the SPES that I had the occasion to try several times, the finger protection is a bit different. I like this design better protection-wise. I think the protection is very good. So you have different layers of plates here, same kind of material that you have on the rest of the gloves. And protection-wise, it feels pretty good. There's also something that you probably won't be able to see, but if you look at the finger inside, there's another protection inside the fabric, inside the gloves. So when you put these on, you have a plate about this size, if you look at my fingers here, inside the gloves on the side of the finger here. And I can see exactly what's in it, what's inside, but it feels like a rigid plastic plate covered by some foam, I guess. It feels pretty comfortable and the protection is pretty good. So it will cover all the side of your finger from it if you have sword it hitting on the side here. So I think this is pretty nice. Now, as every kind of gloves, it doesn't cover perfectly 100% of your hand, but I think the cover is pretty good. I got some hits on different places with these, and up to now, I've been very fine with it. This one, I use some kind of hourglass cut. Cuff, sorry. You get plates inside. The size is pretty good. It's not too large because I had other gloves which were really large on this part. This one is just fine, so you can wear this one with your jacket without problem. And even if you have forearm protectors from SPES, for example, like I use, this fits pretty well with forearm protectors. The fabric on the inside of the hand, it's pretty good. I had no problem with it. The grip is decent. It's not the best grip on earth, but it's not slippery either. It seems decently tough. I have no problem with it at this time. There's no hole. It's not breaking at the seams. Yeah, the seams seems pretty good also. You can adjust this part also. I never had a need for it though. Just fits me nicely. And as a lot of gear from Superior Fencing, these are custom made on your sites. So if you take your measurements correctly, the size should be great. And for me it is. So I'm going to show you if I put this on. So this is from the front. There's not too much resistance to clench your fist. It didn't need a lot of break, a long breaking period. It felt fine from the get-go. I had a pair of sparring gloves before that felt more stiffer. It was hard to cross the hand. It's a decent amount of force that you need here, not too much, not too few. So it's pretty good. I think probably the one part that they could improve on the design is the mobility of the thumb. From this axis, the mobility is pretty good, as you can see, but there's not a lot of mobility from the side. So you can move your fingers very slightly to the side, but it's not enough. For this part, the SPES has more mobility, but some people will probably think that's a buffer. I didn't mind. It doesn't. It's not a problem for me while using my longsword, and I bought this for longsword. Of course, I'm also using sabers, but I don't use it for sabers. For me, it's not a problem, but I can see some people having a small problem with it. It depends on how you handle your blades. But really, it's a problem you have with all heavy gloves, the mobility of the different fingers. For me, it still feels pretty good. I really enjoyed taking these gloves to longsword practice. They feel good to use. There's nothing hurting inside. There's no part of protection or plates or plastic anywhere that hurt my finger inside. It feels really good to use. It's a fun pair of gloves, and I'm really happy with it. As I said before, just one improvement I think would be nice. It's a bit more mobility on the thumb from the side because it's really limited. But it doesn't stop me from making all the moves I can do with longsword. So it's fine. I'm going to show you the gloves with my longsword here, so you can see the perspective and the size of the gloves. This is from one side, this is from the top. Yeah, as you can see, the fingers still rest on top of the plates here. So you could theoretically get hit on the right part of the finger between the plates from this part and the plates from this part. It's possible to get hit if you get a hit just in this space, but never happened to me at this point. And this is from the side. And yeah, as you can see, as I said before, all this part inside the glove is protected by a plate. So there's a bit more chance to get hit on the side here, but it's well protected. I think as it will protect you from most hits. I can imagine a very, very strong hit in tournament maybe can hurt the finger, but yeah, it would have to be a really strong hit. So other than that, really fun gloves to use. As I said, I'm gonna show you here. It's possible to put your finger like this if you want, but as I said, since you don't have a lot of mobility on the side, it will be hard to switch from one stance to another. It's not impossible, but as I said, I have no problem with it. In sparring, it still feels very, very good. Took me a few weeks to get the hang of it, but now it feels really nice to use, and I don't have any problem switching stances or using any kind of strikes I could use. So yeah, pretty good all in all. About the price, before that, I wanted to show you. You can also fit the gloves in other kind of fields. This is a black fencer saber, for example, and it fits no problem. Of course, it will be kind of hard to do moulinets with this kind of gloves, but it fits. If you want to use it, it fits into the gown pretty well. Yeah, I'm still using Red Dragons for saber, even though Red Dragons are not great, let's be honest. Yeah, anyway, about the price, at the time of this review on their website, you can pay 150 euros for the clamshell gloves version 1, and they have a new version 2.0, which is $10 more, I think. Yes, that's it, $10 more. The new version seems to be interesting, but I haven't met anybody using these gloves yet, so I can't talk about it. They also have another new version of gloves, which seems to be inspired from the TOC. What I mean by that is that you have an outside layer gloves and inside gloves combined together. Yeah, I don't know. The price is the same as the clamshell gloves, but I haven't seen anybody using these yet either. So yes, and yeah, just one last information which can be useful. If you live in Europe like me, when you order from Superior Fencing, if I check my last order, I had to pay about 20% for taxes, VAT taxes, and shipping together. So you can add around that amount to the price of your items to get an ID. Everything is paid in advance, including taxes and delivery, because they pay everything in Pakistan before they send it to you. So you just get the package and you don't have to pay anything. As I said, everything is custom made. About size, the size is custom made, so it's pretty interesting that they do that for free. And yeah, usually I order from them 2 times. It took me about 1.5 months to get my items, so that you get an ID. Also, full disclaimer, I didn't get any money for this review, so I'm just putting the information online, because I know it's pretty hard to pick up gloves or other kind of gear. There's not a lot of reviews, and I wanted to help people a bit about that. But yeah, Superior Fencing, up to now, I've been pretty happy with all the stuff I bought from them. At the price, I think it's a very good trade. Yeah. That's it, people. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I try to answer. And have a nice day. Bye.